People are not happy with their wherewindsmeet situation. Honestly, I haven't really paid any sort of attention to any sort of drama or monetization about wherewindsmeet, as I haven't been enjoying it way too much. I really love the gameplay, and knowing that it's not pay to win and I can actually progress through it without having to pay is more than enough for me. But in terms of gacha and how fair it is to actually get those cosmetics, it looks like there's a bit of an issue. So much so that if you go into your mailbox, you're gonna see that you got 10 draws for free to get a better chance for us to get this almost impossible cosmetics in terms of drop rates. But even then, I wasn't so lucky. And after reading a little bit of what the actual issue is, I wouldn't say that I'm too worried, but I definitely think it's very important to talk about so we don't end up losing a great game to some greed. I remember watching Canon trying to get these special skins, and even he was surprised by how low the chance and how expensive it was, even though he's kind of accustomed to spending money on games like this. And then with this new draw, things didn't get better. Because, yeah, 60 pearls, that's only $1. That's not bad. Well, every time you purchase this, it climbs up. It should be 420. 7 times 60, 420 pearls. But oh no, once you buy the first one, boom, it becomes 180, 3 times the price, and it keeps going. So for 180, that's $10 for the whole set. A little bit less because, well, you can't buy the in-between, but that's okay. Well, it would be if that's what it is, because actually, 7,440 pearls, which is more than $100. A big 10 times the difference, guys. And I'm sorry, but I cannot call this anything but scammy. There's nothing here that really shows you this. Apparently, it is the information that it is displayed to you that it gets bigger and bigger. But until you buy one, you can't really, most likely you're gonna think it's only one, and you got this one and you just buy the rest, and you're gonna make the calculation. Oh, I want all of them. I'm gonna buy the $10, of course. And then you go back, you buy one, and you realize, oh, I have to spend more. It is absolutely scummy, to say the least. And why? They gave us 10 draws, not for this, by the way, but for this as I'm sorry. They also gave us this special progress reward the more we buy, but this is complete useless stuff. Nobody cares about this. You can get it from this draw anyways. No, this is not worth $100. This is not, and this isn't either. And the worst part is, this is way cheaper in China. It's 7,440 in global and 2,500 in China. That's 3 times less. Are we serious? The West needs to be monetized more than the Asian countries who are known to just purchase pay to win over and over again. This is insane. And okay, well, whatever. One time they promised the game wouldn't be pay to win. It's only cosmetics. Sure, I agree. But the problem is that, well, if they're lying or being cheeky around this, then why wouldn't they do the same thing and change their minds to monetize the West even more later on with things like pay to win? I love this game. I want to keep playing it. Don't make me be afraid of liking it. Don't make us be afraid of liking it. And yeah, maybe we're kind of jumping the gun in some way. We're like, just because they fuck up once doesn't mean they'll fuck up again, and doesn't mean that they will do other bad stuff. But at the end of the day, we need to put our foot down and say, hey, we're not okay with this. Otherwise, what they're gonna learn is, we can keep pushing, we can keep going and over monetizing the West without them saying anything. This is not the message we need to be sending. Oh, but Darren, you're jumping the gun. Who cares? It's only one little thing. There's no evidence of them trying to do this in other parts of the game, are there? Well, there's actually an entire system that appears in China to make the game more accessible for free-to-play players that it is not in the global release. It apparently has been completely removed. Now, don't get me wrong, it could be that it will appear later, but it doesn't seem like it. It seems like the entire game has been made around not having this, and let's talk about the system. In the Chinese server, if you go to the Kaifeng area, particularly to the Ghostlight Market, which is a pretty cool place, by the way, there is this NPC. And what this NPC does is that it lets you access this special auction house to trade with other players. The items that people use gacha for will be here. They get it, they no longer want to use it, it's not what they want, and they can sell it for this specific currency that you get from playing the game, which is very, very cool, as it makes people like, you know, us plebs who have no money and have to be grinding every day to get rewards have a good way of trying to get exactly what they want. Maybe over a higher price, maybe a lower price, but they can do it. It's another way of progressing. And also it gives whales an incentive to keep drawing, because even if they don't get what they want, they can just sell it and use that to get something else they want. But this currency doesn't exist in the world, in the global release. For example, in the $5 pass, you would usually get 90,000 of this currency, but instead you just get normal coins. This currency also just doesn't exist inside of the game. There's nowhere to link it. The guild vendor would actually let you purchase things for this particular currency. Well, can't in global. And you can even use the crafting stamina to get more of this currency if you don't want to craft, for example. You can just spend it in this instead, and you can do this in the game. Apparently as well, whenever you're healing NPCs, it'll actually show you that you can get treasure coins, this specific currency, as the price, as your reward for healing them. But instead, whenever you choose that, you just get common coins. And the text for the currency is in red text, like it's not implemented, and it's a placeholder. They clearly just did this kind of at the end and didn't really think a lot about it. But the most damning one is actually something else. As you can see in this picture, there are two different types of draws. You have the golden draw and you have the... Oh, let me just get me out of here. You have the white draw. This is not the case in global. We only have the golden draw and this little resonating melody for the permanent draws instead of the temporary ones. What this draw does is that, well, it lets you go for the special cosmetics. The golden one right here, you can see it would be used for this one in global, but you have a second version right here to do it as well. The difference is that the golden one, if you get some sort of item like this one's two, there's two of these ones, you would grab this item and you will be able to put it in the special auction house. If you get it through the white one instead, it would only be for you, and you could not really cash in on it. And right now, in the global, you can get this white one. The difference is that it's just the golden one. You can indeed purchase this through different weekly places through actually paying the game instead of paying real life money, but you just get the same one, the golden one, not the special one that is restricted to only earning for yourself. But Darren, that sounds better. I want to be able to get only one currency through playing the game, the same one as the whales do, right? Well, the thing is, this distinction is made here because this way, whales have an incentive to get a better currency, and normal players have an incentive to keep playing the game. But if there's no distinction, then obviously there will be no market, as they will never let you just play the game normally and being able to just sell this currency that whales have paid hard for not paying anything at all. That just doesn't make any sense for them. So this means that there will only be one, and of course that means there's no trading at all, which in my opinion is a huge loss of opportunity. This game has a lot of cool little things to do with each other. You have the whole healing system to help illnesses from other players. You have all these fishing competitions. The other day, someone bought an insanely expensive boat and the whole server got to hang around in it to play together, do mini games, and get certain buffs from being here. It was so awesome. But removing this trading system just makes the social ability worse, the acquisition of all of these items worse, and it's worse for players who don't spend money and for players who spend money as well, as they can't use their skins to get other skins by selling it to someone else. The post where I got this information with, though, says something very interesting, though. Global merging everything into one single gold ticket system creates a dilemma. On one hand, it helps spenders reduce the actual cost by allowing them to mix their accumulated free pulls with paid pulls, unlike in China, where free pulls don't count towards the paid banner pity. However, because free and paid pulls are now mixed into one item, the game cannot distinguish a paid skin from a free skin. As a result, it is highly likely that no skin will be tradable in global to prevent the economy from crashing. And that's the thing. They will never let us just get every skin for free, guys. This is not gonna happen, especially when there's no pity differential. It will be crazy if we don't do this. But this means that there will be no training, which in my opinion is a horrible, horrible idea. And it kind of makes me think that they're trying to get more money from us than from China, which is a little bit crazy considering the West doesn't really like this kind of stuff in the first place. So I really urge everybody to complain. I'll leave an email that we can actually email to complain about not only the new gacha that we got, the new draw, but also the market system, so we can bring it back into global. I really think this is the moment to act. This company does want to be successful in the West, and we want that too. So let's help him. Let's say, yes, this is not gonna work for us. Change it so it's better for you, for us, for the health of the game. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support my content. Go to my Twitch to watch me live every morning. See you guys around. Love you all. Ciao, ciao.